So why real estate investing? Buying something as an investment, reaping the benefits of either cash flow or adding value through remodeling, and making money that way. So one of the biggest advantages of real estate is using leverage, which is borrowing other people's money to fund your own investment. This is usually done at a pretty low interest rate that's tax deductible and a write-off against your rental income. So you can use leverage to increase your cash flow and increase the return that you get. So let's take an example here. Let's say you buy a property for $100,000 and you put $20,000 down, which is 20%. If the property goes up in value 10%, that means that the property is now worth $110,000. So you profited $10,000 in equity. Now keep in mind you only put $20,000 down, but when you make $10,000 from $20,000, that means you made 50% return on your investment. So let's take another example and say you just bought that home outright. You invested $100,000 and you bought a $100,000 house. Well, if that house goes up in value 10%, you've made 10% on $100,000 versus 50% on $20,000. So you can see the power of leverage, and when you start to leverage your money, your returns just increase dramatically. So don't get flamed in the comment section. Yes, you can also lose a significant portion of your money because you're using a lot of leverage. If the market goes down, that same upswing could also impact you negatively. If the market goes down 10%, that will significantly impact you. But you can significantly mitigate this risk by the second advantage of real estate, which is adding value by remodeling. This is my favorite part about real estate because you have total control over your investment. You can decide if you want to add more square footage, if you want to remodel a kitchen, if you want to do some landscaping, if you want to do some painting, if you do things that will increase the property's value. These are the best benefits of owning real estate. All of these upgrades that you can do just increase the value of your property. So that same example that I just gave you also applies in terms of adding value and remodeling. So let's say you bought that $100,000 home and you put $20,000 down. Well, let's now assume that you spent another $20,000 remodeling that house. So now you have $40,000 invested. So let's assume now the home is worth $160,000. You've invested $40,000 of your own money, which means that you've doubled your investment. The house is $100,000, you put $20,000 down, spent $20,000 remodeling, and you profit the difference between being in it $120,000 versus the home's worth of $160,000. So again, you spent $40,000 of your own money and you doubled it. You made another $40,000 in equity. And this applies to a lot in real estate. Let's just say you own the home outright. You own a $100,000 home outright. You spend another $20,000 remodeling it, and the home is worth $160,000. Well, that $20,000 you invested just made you $40,000 in equity.